through, we can see them, and they can hear us.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
we have to deal with that. Well, we'll deal with that.
sorry about technical difficulties.
Okay. So you're saying they can hear us now?
Yes.
Okay, so you all
Yeah,
can
we
hear.
can hear you guys.
Did you hear John just say we don't have video today, so you don't get to see us? We just get to see you.
Yes.
Okay.
I know what John.
So I see Tracy and we have Tom on. Peter's in the background. See. Tracy and Tom. Okay, so you can't see us let's get this meeting started. Yeah, because it's 12:02. And I have 2:02. 2:02. Oh my
2:02.
word. Yeah, I've got thank you. But I got so many assistants in the room. I really need it. Now it's 2:03. And we're here today in the library at our April 14th age-friendly Millinocket meeting. I sent out the agenda electronically, and for those people that are in the room, there is paper copy if anybody else wants to have one in their hand. Since I'm a
Yep.
paper person and to go overboard sometimes with that. And so first off, and I do have a copy, I'd sent out meeting minutes from our March 10th. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna back up. People can't see us, though. I'm gonna go around the table and we'll do introductions. Yeah. Yeah, we got a nice large group here and all kinds of friendly faces, and I don't
Yeah.
want to miss them. Yes, right. So welcome everybody, and thank you for those that can't see me and those that can see me. I'm Jane Danforth. Yeah, I chair this age-friendly meeting, but I also work for the hospital, Director of Grants and Community Wellness, and Project Director for Thrive Penobscot. And so I'm gonna direct the room. I'll go around and I'll go to Stacy, and why don't you go ahead and do your introductions, and we'll.
Stacy Giverson, and I actually live in Fort Fairfield, but I'm the chapter advisor for our SUFU folks that are attending here today. We're a self-advocacy organization for folks with developmental disabilities, if you don't already know us. And next is Chris. You want me to say your name for you? One of our members here, Chris, is with us. Say hello.
Hey.
Greetings.
I'm Bobby or and Robert that I'm part of the board member and help and may help in that
Very good. Bobby's on Robert, but we call him Bobby. He's on the board for SUFU.
been board member
For how many? For how long?
years and
3.
we maybe.
Okay, good. Let's do all your group and then we'll come back to the other age-friendly people. So we'll skip right over and you lead.
Okay.
Going, okay? Yeah.
My name is Sherry Ann McKenzie. I live in Minnetonka, Maine, and I would support renovations to help me out. Everything.
Thank you, Cheryl Ann.
Oh.
So who's next?
Do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm Laura Rollins, and I'm this community living coordinator for Living Innovations in Millinocket and supporting the SUFU group.
I'm Bridget Heyer. I'm a DSP for Living Innovations and supporting for the soup group. Yeah, SUFU group.
And Forrest, do
Yeah.
you want to tell us who you are, and then we'll
Audrey
go
Woodward.
Forrest, and you live in Millinocket?
Yeah,
Yeah, and you're here with SUFU too?
yeah.
Yeah.
So happy. Happy.
I'm Kathleen Lee. I'm a DSP for KFI and I'm here supporting the SUFU.
Perfect. Oh. One more.
One more, and this is McKenna. She's also here. Do you want to introduce yourself? There's no camera, but there is.
No camera.
Hi.
And where do you live, McKenna?
Here in Millinocket.
You live in Millinocket, you're part of the SUFU group here. visiting the
Ah.
age friendly committee as well.
Very good. That's your people, so now I'm gonna come right back to lovely Michelle.
Michelle McInnes. I live in Millinocket. I work for Our Katahdin as the community coordinator. And I'm here to talk about some of the things that Sifu's up to and support them as well.
Yeah, very good.
John Martin, resident of East Millinocket, and I work here at Millinocket Memorial Library where I run the help desk and I also sling books like a regular librarian.
I'm Louis Pelletier, live in Millinocket, town councilor and age-friendly committee member.
Yes.
Grace Brown, I live in Millinocket, and work for the town as the community initiatives director.
Thank you, Grace. And then if we went, I haven't missed anybody in the room, right? And then if we went on the screen, I don't know, Tracy, if you want to come back on. Thank you.
Sure. Sorry to not be able to see everyone. It sounds like an awesome group. My name is Tracy Perry. I'm the initiatives director with the Katahdin Collaborative, and I'm also the project lead for the Wabanaki Cultural Tourism Initiative. I live in Florida and I work in Millinocket, and I also live in Millinocket.
Yep.
So yeah.
Thank you, Tracy. You look lovely. We can see you.
Oh, great. Yeah, I
Yeah.
turned off my camera because I'm like, listen, if I can't see them, they can't see me.
That's right. That's fine.
Yeah.
We understand. I'm going to call other people out that I have on my screen, and if you can come on, that would be great just to do introductions. So Tom, are you able to come on? There he is.
Tom Malcolm. I live in Millinocket all my life. I am health and safety code officer for the town of Millinocket, and I'm also a member of the committee.
Very good. And you're looking great too, Tom. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Chief Cody, are you able to come on video for a minute or seconds? Right.
I'm John Cody, their fire chief, emergency management director here for the town of Millinocket.
Thank you, Chief. Asher, are you able to come on video? I know you've listened in for meetings. I don't know if we can see you today or not.
Trying, there we go. Asher Gould, yes, resident of Millinocket and also first victim of my family to have allergy season. So that's why I was trying to keep my distance. So
Oh, you're looking good too. Thanks for coming. Thanks
Thank
for coming on and showing your face. All right. Mr. Manager, are you able to come on? Say hello. Yes, very good.
Hello, Peter Jameson, town manager.
Very good, thanks.
Right.
Thanks a bunch. All right, I think we get introductions out of the way. I'm not seeing anybody else on there. Yeah, I think I've got everybody. So let's get moving. Let's get right into the next part of our agenda, the community cleanup planning discussion, and I'll let Michelle take that away and as well as
Going to approve the minutes first.
Oh, goodness. Skipped over that and went back now. Thank you. Would you lead the meeting for me today?
I'm just stalling.
So the meeting minutes for March 10th were sent out. I have one hard copy here. So if there's anybody, now's the time. If there's anybody on the committee that read them and if you have any changes that need to be made, let me know. Otherwise, we consider them final. That's as formal as it gets. Very good. All right. And not that I'm seeing none, but hearing none. Good. We'll move on. So I think we just approved the minutes and I'll get those posted to the website. I'll send them. Oh, now on to number 2.
Again, my name is Michelle. I work for Our Katahdin, and typically in years past, someone from the Our Katahdin organization helps age friendly in leading the cleanup day, which was also typically on Earth Day. We tried to do that. Sometimes it rains and we aren't able to do it. Sometimes we just don't get it together. We don't have enough resources and it doesn't happen. With all those things in mind, something that came up in the past is how cold the ground still is on Earth Day in April. So we talked last year about doing it in May this year. With that in mind, a weekend may bring us more people, more involvement. Because usually last year it happened to fall on school vacation. So we had some sports teams that helped us. So they were a welcome addition to it all. But Stacy from Sufu had sent an email letting us know that you all folks were going to be doing Jerry Pond on May 13th. And we wondered if that would be a good time to do a collaboration with what we usually do and what you're doing at the same time. There's some pros and cons. Again, this date that's scheduled is the 13th, which is a Wednesday. The kids would still be in school. People that work wouldn't be able to necessarily take time off to do something like this. I'm not saying that that's not doable, just putting it all the information out on the table to see what we can come up with in a way to benefit the community. I did have Marie Dunstan from the Nazarene Church reach out and said she would like to help. That there's a group of them there. And when I mentioned that it may not be on a weekend, she said that makes it a little harder for her, but she'd still see how many people she could get together if we did it in the middle of the week. So open to suggestions, ideas, comments.
I know I'd asked Michelle to talk about it a little bit. I actually have another commitment on that day. It's a yearly in-person meeting, so I try to make it the one time we meet in person. And so I'm not available that day to help out. So, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen. We just need to know that what the scope of, like, if we had a community cleanup day, what it would look like. Yes, Laura?
We could also break it up into 2 parts. We could do our part on Wednesday, because that's when we have people available. And last year we did that, then we contacted the town, they came up and finished cleaning up for us, but we were able to rake in one place, put garbage in one place, so maybe that's something where we can start it. And on the weekend, so maybe somebody could continue if both dates don't work for everyone.
Yeah, just to put it into context, for our folks, they have the most support during the week.
Yes.
And also we have a big interest in some of our other folks, like from Holton, maybe Bangor coming up and having an enjoyable day helping out as well. I like the idea of having it in 2 parts. I do know that when we did discuss it, I didn't realize that there was also a different, I didn't.
Sure. Yeah,
So-
yeah, no, that's
Please
fine.
don't find any disrespect.
Oh,
in
no,
that.
No, absolutely not.
Totally understand.
So what, if, yeah, I would just want to open up a discussion about what that would look like if we chose to do 2 parts, and you'll be sorely missed.
I know. Yes, I like to do that work as well. And I know in talking to Michelle, like, she doesn't have a weekend available in May to do it, and looking at it. So it just makes it hard. Like, where's our volunteer crew going to come from if we,
So what if we did it on the 14th? Would it make a difference for you? That the
On that-
14th would be a Thursday. Are you traveling?
No, so it's so typically we would have an age-friendly meeting on that Tuesday. So you just, I was looking at my calendar. So instead of the May 13th, I'm available May 12th, because that's would be our regular age-friendly meeting day. But I'm not available on the 13th. I would be available on the 14th as I look at my schedule, but
And I don't
But
think our
I-
intention is to
is that-
have you change
No.
your plans or your day. When bringing this up, I need to
Yeah.
bring it up to the age-friendly group as a whole, so that we can discuss, how we want to move forward. Absolutely, we'll do what we can to collaborate with you on the 13th for anybody and everybody that's available to do so. And we can talk about lunch afterwards as well. Because I don't remember the details on who did lunch last year. Was it the
I don't know if Tom
Nights?
can remember if they.
Was it the Red
Did
Knights?
they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd need to reach out to them. I don't know who has the contact. Maybe Tom does also.
I do as
Um,
well.
But yeah, and then if I'm the project lead and I'm not available any weekend in May, it's kind of a moot point. But if somebody else wanted to take on a separate project from May 13th and do something on the weekend, I'm more than happy to let them do that.
Yeah, and from the town side of things, I don't know where to, obviously it's a help if we have volunteers and to clean up our playgrounds. And I know you're new to this process, Grace, because you were involved and it was Amber that was involved. But we had all met down at Katahdin Pride Park down at the complex and sort of had a spreadsheet of the different playgrounds, and depending on what we had for community volunteers, we kind of deployed. They went to different areas and did as much as we could, including the creative playground there.
And the largest group of volunteers that we have is Living Innovation.
Yeah.
That are eager to help, but in April, the road to Jerry Pond's not always open. I don't know where we're at right now,
Still
but
closed.
you know, it'd be guaranteed in May to be open, and so there wouldn't be any problem with you guys doing what you have planned. So.
It's KFI, you guys are available, Creative Options, you guys are available, Love Innovations on that Wednesday.
Yep, on that Wednesday. And if we stuck with the Wednesday and, you know, we pivoted this year because that's where the volunteers were, maybe that's all we, like Michelle had said, that's what we do, because we can't do more than we have volunteers, you know, I don't want to overpromise anything. And
I have a slight vision of us all being at Jerry Pond, and then if I have too many people for Jerry Pond that are coming up, then maybe they can go and do Hillcrest or Pride Park or something like that. But Jerry Pond's huge, so I can see in a couple hours meeting a lot of people to make a difference there as well. So.
And if we possibly didn't get done what we thought we needed to get done that day, could we extend something out on a Facebook page or something saying, hey, if anyone's free, maybe someone would head up something differently on a weekend? Is that a possibility? Maybe Marie would help out?
Yeah.
oh, it's always a possibility. Yeah. And it's interesting because you always find out people are want to, you know, want to, it's just it's coordinating and then just like, finding the right time. I don't know.
Is it generally a morning cleanup? Or could it be something that there's like a morning section and then like after school, after work, for other folks? It's midweek.
Yeah, very possible, because it's usually like 10 to 12 and then we have lunch, and anybody that wants to go back to doing more work can, but usually after a couple hours, especially when we do it in April and it's a little chilly, you know, they're not as inclined, but maybe this way they would be, and it'd be a great idea if people want to come from 2 to 4 and do even more. So.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
No, what with like 10 to 12 and
then 2 to 4?
Yeah.
Would you think on the same day?
Yeah.
I like that idea, of course, with sports and whatever, but in case other groups, it would definitely open it up and.
For after school stuff. So is that something you're able to commit to? Is that a date that works for you? You better check.
But I think so.
Yeah.
That's May
13th.
Yeah.
Wednesday, May 13th. Yeah.
And of course, the groups that, you know, the SUFU groups would definitely be the 10 to 12.
Right, right.
And we probably would leave that there for that invitation for them.
Yeah.
Right.
And I could possibly get some more maybe in the afternoon, my group possibly.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Would you rather me open it up at large for the 10 to 12 and the 2 to 4 then? Yeah.
I would think, so we don't have two flyers floating around.
Yeah.
It might be less confusing if we have one with all the information and all of our logos. And just show a true collaboration for that one day.
And
Yeah.
then one of the tellers at Bangor Savings Bank asked me the other day about also volunteering to help her and her son. So I said I would get her more information and gave her my phone number too, so she could contact me. So there's other people too willing, so.
And Circle K, Millinocket, they tend to like help volunteer with stuff too. Is it Mike Bragdon? Is it Michael Bragdon? He helps out as special.
Or Matt.
Matt,
yeah, I know.
Matt.
But
Matt likes to help.
He's not that one.
He's not.
Steve now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's local, he's local management, like,
You
But-
got a lot on his plate.
yeah, you can.
Yeah, but I know the store usually likes to.
Yeah.
help do that stuff.
Yeah. And so I know you're thinking the 2 to 4, so we hit after school, but what if it was like like we had a morning session and then you had a lunchtime, but then you had I just say 1 to 4 or something for people to come and go, because I know one of the first years that we did it, we had a morning and an afternoon. But I knew people like petered out in the afternoon if they were there in the morning, but if they could come in the afternoon, leave it the time frame. I'm not trying to muddy the waters or anything.
Yeah,
but
no,
that's-
and that, if we did 1 o'clock, then that also indicates to the people that are having lunch that, hey, you can go back out and, you know,
Yeah.
do more when you're done if you want to, and
just make it sort of open-ended, but just that
Yeah.
somebody would have to, some of us, and I probably that day, I actually could be back in the afternoon part to help participate.
And if it rains, we typically don't have a rain date for these events because they're so hard to pull together and everything, but again, open to suggestions if you thought you'd have a rain date.
Yeah, our initial thought was to have it on the 14th, but a lot of times rains clumped into a week or a couple of days.
Yeah.
So I kind of left it off the flyer just because I had that thought at the end of making it.
I would think we would want to at least do something a rain day, because we need that cleaned up.
Yeah,
before
we
get
need
to
the
stuff.
rain day. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of, do we want to do it the next week? Because I know that there was Special Olympics things and.
Yep.
Do you have, how much with you? So 10 to 4 with lunch provided, should we identify, so is it, who's doing it, Brett?
We need to reach out and ask.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think we could probably work something out
Yeah,
between.
yeah, we've got some
Age-friendly
funding,
and
if it was
Arcatod.
just something
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah, it's typically hot dogs
Yeah.
and chips.
Yeah.
Dogs, chips and waters.
Jill, reach out to me, you guys are short on.
And so Laura's just checking her schedule to see about a rain date. Right, for the next day or the following week, what were you thinking?
Well, I was definitely thinking to have a conversation.
Yeah.
See what other people thought, because I
Yeah.
thought, well, if it rains on Tuesday, normally it rains on Wednesday. Like this week or something.
Like check it, pick a date, maybe
Yeah, pick it like maybe the next week, Bobby.
by then next week or so.
Yeah. So Laura's gonna look on her calendar to see if there's something on the next week.
I'll be gone anyway, but
You'll be gone
Mhm.
then.
I'll be back 26.
Okay. That's the week away.
So it's been like,
I
you know,
know, following Tuesday, we would be safe. The Wednesday, I feel like we have Special Olympics on the 20th. Is that the 20th, the following Wednesday?
Yes.
I feel like we have Special Olympics.
I know me and John, we're going on our cruise, our trip.
You're going on a cruise, you and John and the family.
Well, and that's two and well. And then one next week, you can, next week, well, next week, like, the end of, weekend, and weekend.
Okay, I see, and the weekend. Well, I think you have plenty of time to get to your cruise and back. Okay. So, what's the date of the next Tuesday? And then of course.
The 19th, May 19th would be the Tuesday. So,
I guess the party goes off.
so we'll work out some details around a rain date to include on a flyer. We'll do that
Yeah.
internally. Yeah,
That sounds good.
yeah, yeah. But I think that's great. I think, is there any comment from anybody that's on the screen that can't see us but can hear us talking if we go with that Wednesday, May 13th and have it like a 10 to 4, know that there's a lunch break, and if we can get volunteers in the afternoon. All right, thank you, Asher. And it's hard to know if there's school stuff going on until we look at a calendar. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
you would
gonna
be
be
good.
impossible to make it,
No.
right? So good for everyone. However, do you like the flyer, and do you want me to continue to keep adding to it, or someone else can?
I love the flyer.
You do?
Yep.
I would just need logos, and if
Yep.
anyone else would volunteer to be part of the questions, contact.
Yeah. So I think Michelle, between you and Michelle, you can
Yep.
finalize a flyer.
Yep,
Yeah, on
perfect.
behalf of the age friendly committee. And I noticed, saw that there was a message from Tracy that she's not in town, but she thinks it's a great idea. Got a thumbs up from Asher. Yeah, and we'll talk with Public Works too, like maybe there's some we'll prioritize, like we have in the past, is like if we have more volunteers, where we're gonna deploy them, to go. Yeah. And some other details, because maybe in the afternoon, we move the production down to the park down by the school. So if kids are coming out of school instead of up Jerry Pond,
okay.
so maybe in the morning it is concentrated up there, and then
Mhm.
after the lunch, the 1 to 4, we're just stationed out of the hut. Yeah, and down in that area. So, all right. Yeah, I think offline, before that we can work out some of those logistics, but I appreciate the other ideas and yeah, yep, we'll go with that. All right, that leads us, do you want to, I still have on the agenda, are there other updates on your work with your Jerry Pond project that you want to talk about? I know you'd been to the town and spoke with us.
Yeah, so, will there be anybody here that does not know about that or would need to know? So the Sufu group did approach the town council and it was unanimous in their decision that we are supported to move forward in a bigger project with Jerry Pond. And that is gonna take a long time. But this is the first part, right? And so it was decided, and there's a lot of details that we won't go into today, but the first part of that would be to come up with a committee.
Mm-hmm.
And do we want to do that here, right?
So I know, so Asher was the counselor, he's on the screen, we can't see him, but he's listening in. He was the one that raised his hand as well at the meeting that night and said, contact me, I want to be on that committee, and so we'll follow up and yep.
And therefore the liaison between the council, right? And-
Yes, yes, yeah, going
Going
forward.
on,
Yep,
right?
yep, and I will stay involved, and anybody else that wants to be involved, obviously from this committee. Michelle, are you raising your hand? Okay.
So I don't know how to move forward with that, with two teams coming together like this, so,
So
as
you'll
far
have to
as
let us
coming
know
up
when
with
you're
a
in town.
committee.
Yep, I
Yep.
think we should probably just establish a meeting date, perhaps here at
Okay.
the library again, and we'll start with those of us that are raised our hand and pull Asher in, and then figure out who else at large needs to be invited. And
So we'll come up with a date behind the scenes.
yeah,
You wanna do that?
Yeah.
All right.
yeah,
Sounds good. That's all we have,
good.
unless you have Chris, Bobby, Marilyn, Forrest.
That's moving it.
Let's think of.
Step in the right direction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. All right. We'll just have to be an email conversation and come up,
Absolutely.
figure out a way. It's always hard to come up with a meeting date, but we can do something with a
Once we get it
Survey Monkey or something.
in
Yeah.
a.
We'll get in a flow.
rhythm,
You want to get in a
then we'll be
rhythm,
fine.
yeah, get a group email going, yeah,
Yeah,
yep. And so what, maybe you just can say, how often do you come to town? And actually you could join by Zoom if you needed to, unless there was,
yep,
If
I
you-
can do that. Of course, I like to be here in person. I have adjusted my schedule to make it work,
okay,
and it's just worked so far. I
okay.
do have a lot of other things on my plate, so.
Is there a day that you come regularly for
Oh,
meetings
So
to
we,
Millinocket?
as a regular, we do, if we don't have this going on, we would do one Zoom meeting a month and one in person a month.
Okay,
So we would meet twice a month, and it normally would be the second and the fourth Thursday at 1. As the usual, but that kind of.
Yeah.
We haven't had that regular schedule in a while just because of things like this.
mm-hmm.
So we can make it work.
Okay, and you can identify time perhaps when you're in person, one of those times, and send an email out and just, we'll see if the majority of us can get together. I
Absolutely.
think it'd be great to be in person as well, I know, yeah. Okay. All right,
All right, if there's nothing else, we can excuse ourselves if you'd like.
it's totally up to you.
Would anybody like to stay and watch, or would you like to go?
They're just gonna stay and watch.
Stay and watch and listen. That's fine. That's fine.
We'll stay.
Stay and watch and stay and listen and depending. Yeah. So, John, number 4 is our age-friendly work group meeting update. And I know you and I had gotten together. I think, I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, you and I and Louie and Tom for the Handy Helper program, something that we're working on developing. Oh, do you? Look at you. Yeah, he was going to mock up a brochure. We were looking at other Handy Helper programs, Reedfield being one that had a really nice brochure. And so we were seeing what we could borrow from one that was already created.
Yes.
So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, so I don't have much to say, but more to show, I suppose. This is just a mock-up. This is not at all like, what it's gonna finally look like. You two can get the nice folded ones.
Okay.
And let's have it's printed front and back. And Grace, if you'd like one, and I don't think I have enough for everybody. I'm so sorry. So if you folks want to kind of look at that, and you folks want here, let's.
You have it?
Yeah. Sorry for those people that are.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll send out an email. I only finished this just before the meeting.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, we took a look at the one from Reedfield, and we plugged in a lot of information that would be appropriate for us, for our area. If you've got one that's printed flat, you have to imagine it being folded up properly as a trifold brochure. So we've got our an example of our handy dandy new logo on there. There'd be contact information right on the front. I did on the inside take the liberty of deciding that the Elks Lodge, the Masons, Knights of Columbus, and Daughters of the King are all going to be very helpful community members. We'll talk to all of them and see if that'll actually be the case. But I wanted to have something there. Reedfield had a nice thing about how their Masonic Lodge is involved, and other community members had some nice pictures that kind of showed their Bikes for Books program and so on and so forth. Then we've also got the mission, how it works, a nice little handy dandy, what handy helpers do and do not do. And then on the other side, we do have some resources. These are just some things that I plugged in from our resource guide here at the library. Obviously, there is a little bit of a readability issue on this, so I'm going to be working on that. And then they also had a nice little handy did you know section that talked about the homestead exemption and veterans exemptions on property taxes. So I put those because those would apply here as well. Mentioned the fire department offering free smoke detectors and extinguishers, code enforcement office doing the sand bucket program. And then there is space for us to add some other things that maybe the committee would like to add to that. So that's my show and tell, and I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Thank you, because you're moving this project forward.
Trying to.
I appreciate it. Yeah. And just for those that are listening in, it's like our mission, and we decided this at our meeting. Our mission of the Handy Helpers is to provide assistance with simple household projects to assist older residents or people with special needs who are living in their own homes. Yep. And obviously we need to gather a volunteer workforce. So this is just on paper to get us started. There's a lot more to it before we can put this out there and work through the town and stuff. But work is done by volunteers who make it their mission to support people in our community. There's no charge for the assistance, but the owner pays for any parts needed. And that is taken from the other, what another group had done as well. And it does say handy helpers are not licensed carpenters, plumbers, or electricians. They're homeowners just like you who may be able to do non-professional home maintenance and repair. So we're not doing anything that you have to be licensed for. And so, yeah, some of the things that we might be able to do, simple home tasks like change light bulbs, install padlocks, move furniture, reset clocks, hang pictures, that sort of thing. So we will make sure we have volunteers that can do anything that we have listed on there. And I appreciate, like John said, there are some places that that are just placeholders, and these are groups that we need to reach out to see if they want to be part of it. So in no way is it you know, saying that anybody, we're not locking anybody in, sort of thing. But yeah, so it's, I think it's awesome. Thank you for getting us started. And, and sorry for those people that are listening and can't see, but we got a great first start. For those people in the room that have been part of this. Yeah. Yeah. Louis, do anybody in a room have questions or comments, just initial, for first draft?
Good start.
Good start.
Very good start.
Yeah. And you'll notice, and that's actually what I have also under our meeting update. We had asked for our logo to be updated to say, community for age-friendly Millinocket, a community for all ages. And so this is the draft. Actually, I printed some out because,
Is it that color or that?
so this was the color, this is the color that printed out on my, yeah. It was this color. Sam from Design Lab got this to me this week, and we need to give her any feedback, but I appreciate you already plop that in there, right? And because you'll see on our agenda, that's the color of the original one. You see the, yeah.
My printer upstairs is a little funky, so it doesn't always do it quite right. Sorry about that.
I was just gonna say, if there's a choice, I like this one better.
Yeah. Any other comments? And if you do, you can let me know later, because I told Sam that I'd get back to her if we've had any other changes. So that work group, I don't think that we set a next meeting date, but we won't do it at this meeting. We'll set it outside here, but we need to get back together as far as the age-friendly work group. And so because people can't see us, any questions about the Handy Helper program that we, to date, for what you heard? I know there's no, I know.
I fell asleep.
We could see them if they came on, they just can't see us. Yeah, anyway.
I didn't anything from John yet.
Oh, he said hello when we first started. I
Oh,
asked him to,
yes,
yeah, I asked
I
him to
guess
come.
he did.
I know, yeah, he's listening, yeah, we
Keep
made
him on.
sure he was there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. So the other, before I go to member updates, I made a note to myself because I forgot to put it on there. I have, luckily, there's 3 or 4 people that have come forward to me and want to be part of a work group for the community garden. And I'm thinking Grace emailed me earlier, and I forgot that she actually had a plot there last year when she first came to town, and it's coming back, and she's going to help me again. And so at 5 o'clock at the community garden, the small group is meeting, and we're going to look to see what kind of work we need to do to get that back viable and pretty it back up. And when we know, I've got some people that I already know that want plots, and then once I find out how many we have left, I'll put it out there for other people to adopt or to sign up to reserve their plot. So we're gonna get that going. So that is good news. So I will take it to the next step on our agenda. Is there any other member updates? Anything to come forward to the group? You can't think of any? All right. Good. It's no more work for me then. If you can't think of anything, that gives me a break. Anything library wise, John, that we need to put out there? Or?
If your business or nonprofit would like some help with graphic design, I am going to be teaching a class at 3 o'clock on the 22nd here at the library. Let me make sure that's actually the 22nd before I go on. Oh, no, I was wrong. It's the 28th. Sorry, the 28th of April. At 3 o'clock. I'll be doing a free class about using Canva for your business or nonprofit. I do have a flyer for that upstairs, and I'm going to give people a hands-on class about how to create a flyer and a matching social media post. And then I will also answer questions about those that are interested in using Canva for business cards or other graphic design projects as well. As always, we continue to run the senior coffee chat on the first and third Mondays of the month. That's at 10:30 a.m. And on the first Thursday of the month, we have a history buff roundtable. So nice free events for people to come to enjoy. You don't necessarily have to be a senior to come to the senior coffee chat. So anyway, that's what I got.
Opportunities for some social.
Yeah, social engagement.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Very good. And so I'm just gonna backtrack just for a second, because although it wasn't on the screen, Asher said that they would love to volunteer for our Handy Helper program. If I've got that right, and if it's the wrong program, you'll have to come on and. No. Yeah, here it comes.
That is the right program.
Thank you. I love it. Don't forget to tell your wife.
She's been voluntold.
I know, right? Thanks. We'll be in touch. Thank you. Oh, shoot. Anything else that we want to bring forward? Anybody on the screen? Anything, any updates? Tracy, your hand's up. Let's see your, there we go. You're on mute. You kind of.
Just a few updates.
Okay.
We are working with Sierra Club on transportation technical assistance. Kind of exciting. They're super thrilled to work with the collaborative to push forward our transportation plan, which I think would benefit the entire region. So that's exciting. I did also put something in the chat about window dressers. Maybe not applicable to now, but they are low cost inserts for homes that are available to anyone to increase efficiency and loss of heat. So if you're interested, the Zoom link is in the chat. And let's see what else is going on. Just some interesting like things that are happening in the livability space and with food. So more to come on that, but those are my updates.
All right. Thank you, Tracy. Anybody else joining us by Zoom? Wants to talk to us, even though you can't see us? We're having fun on our end here, but yeah. All right. That means no. Well, I'll take that as a no. Yeah. They would come on, or they'd raise their hand. So you just move forward to our next meeting date, which would take us into Tuesday, May 12th. Are you able to confirm that the room's available, John, for us?
1 second.
Sure.
May 12th. Yep, you've already got it.
I was thinking that maybe we're already on the
You're
schedule.
on there.
Okay.
Zoom link and all.
Perfect. Yeah, so if there's nothing else, that was all that I had on my agenda for today, then I can give you back 15 minutes of this hour that we set aside for the age-friendly meeting. That'd be great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Get out there while the sun is still out. It's not before the rain starts.
It's a nice day.
Yeah. Well, you were in Southern Maine?
I was, my
Oh.
daughter sent me a message.
Bye.
Ready for
Can't see me.
the-
See ya.
already.